Welcome to the Gear Slum, your one-stop shop for all things guitar culture nonsense. I'm Aaron.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Cole.
Wait a second. Aaron's always ahead of the game.
How long have you been holding on to that joke?
It just occurred to me.
It's episode
Really?
2.
Yeah, since episode 2.
He's like,
Since
man,
the dawn of,
I've got
of
this
man.
great... Since the dawn of time.
Since the dawn of man. No, actually, since the ding. The ding.
The ding
Which
of
comes-
man.
The ding of time. Comes before the dong.
Mm.
Ding, dong.
We get it.
I know. That was for our slow listeners.
We do have a lot of those.
Just in the same
It is Christmas season.
lovely weather.
So today was, on Monday when we're recording this, was the day of the Premier Guitar mystery stocking.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been $30? I was thinking it was always $40 or $39 at least last year too. No.
Did anybody else like?
It was
kind of-
30 last year.
It was
It
okay.
was 30 the year before, and then it was 40 this year.
Okay. For some
Did
reason,
it-
I just assumed that was the same price, but
Didn't anyone else see Spencer Ham's comment and like take stock of your life?
when,
What did
when he
he-
said 2/3 of his paycheck,
Yes,
Holy.
well, he's a child. Like,
but
I mean,
it's funny because I interact with him and I forget that
isn't he like
he
over
literally could be
18
my
though?
son. He literally could
Didn't
be
he
my
like?
son.
he's like 17, I think, 16 or 17, but
But he's graduating.
probably, yeah. He might be 18, but
He's either a senior in high school or a freshman in college.
no, he's in high school.
Yeah, because he talked about applying for. Like
I just
he's
don't
some-
know if he's 18 or not.
Okay,
This
but
is really creepy
so
conversation.
yes, so he can, yes, so
Hey, you know what Phil always says?
we
No.
we should not. We will not start a countdown.
Phil does not say that. And
Remember when they used to have? Remember when there was like all of this is I'm saying really things. Remember when there was like a bunch of websites like counting down till the Olsen twins turned 18?
yes,
Oh.
That was so bad.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
like
creepy.
a. Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say. I
because
thought
in
you were
my
gonna talk
mind,
about.
like
I
that.
thought you were gonna talk about how factories have a sign posted. It's been this many days since our last accident.
It's been
Dude,
I
was
thought you were gonna say it's been this many days since the last time we made a joke about Phil and
and there
the
being
field.
grass on the field.
I mean, you do always say it.
That's your thing, Phil. You always say that, and it doesn't even like make it okay. Like the 18 number is like
arbitrary.
I know.
arbitrary, and so it's like
Yes,
you're obviously like this super creepy dude. If you're, I don't know.
No,
Like-
I know.
Yeah.
It's called grooming. It's not okay.
No. I'm not talking about that aspect. I'm talking about the website that counts down to their birthday.
So am I.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the grass on the field. So I went to pick up this thing that I ordered.
No. I'm saying it's like grooming when you like groom.
You know
a
how
person.
it's like on. In theory, it seems convenient to do like the pick up in store when you buy something online.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, because like
It's the worst.
It's literally their job is to like. I've done that at Best Buy like 3 times, and I don't think any of those times they've actually had the thing there, even though they say they will. And so this
And they
time
have
I
like
was-
a whole
I
caged
noticed-
area of
What?
things. They have a whole caged area of things that are like on reserve or whatever.
But I have done it where I've
No,
gone
that's
to,
the
like,
thing.
The
And
cell
they're,
phone
like,
store and I order online and I go in and I'm like, hey, I ordered this, and they're like, oh, cool. Let me see if we have one.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They literally
No,
I
but like
paid
this
for
one
it
is
already.
like they have a whole area where they're supposed to have them, and like
Yeah, they have like
I
a
go
cage,
there
yeah.
and they look at my order and they're like, okay, let me get it, and they go back there for like 10 minutes, and it's like I can see you the whole time. Like I know there's not Like you could have gone through every box here in 5 minutes. And I noticed on the wall they had this whiteboard that was like tracking different stats, and there was one of those things that was like 0 days or like number of days since an incident. I can't remember the language it used. I should have taken a picture, but the number was 0.
Oh my gosh.
Something like, oh, maybe they haven't had a great day today.
Maybe they just don't update it.
So then finally, like they're like calling all these different people. Finally, I just walked out onto the floor, and they weren't where they were supposed to be, but one of them was like on a shelf turned around. So I was able, with my keen retail skills, I was able to just go find one on the floor, and I just walked back up and like, okay, I'm going to take this one. So
you should have just wandered out of the store.
Yeah, honestly, like stop
the second
me.
that you
Try and
had,
stop me. Like call the cops on me. I want you to.
The second you found the box,
No, you can't do crap like that in Utah because someone will shoot you like if you even look at them wrong. There's so many guns here. You just can't screw around.
And they're like, please give me a reason.
Oh,
please.
I want to shoot people so bad. Need a reason to shoot somebody.
Guys, I'm looking back at our old episode notes, and we used to have like a full page of notes per episode.
Yeah, dude, and half of it was like Phil's like scripted things that in the moment he had a hard time reading.
No,
we have.
I
Today
never
we
shared
have
those
one
with
phrase that I put in like 5 minutes ago.
Maybe we
I put a potential episode title.
Better, so
give everyone a peek behind the curtain that way.
Oh man.
So what? Who like? So the
when? Where? Why?
Guys, the freaking Secret Santa thing, secret stocking, Premier Guitar.
The mystery stocking. Yes.
I was like in a meeting, like engaged in a conversation, and I looked down, and beforehand I had like typed my credit card info onto a sticky on my computer.
Here,
like a digital sticky.
Please paint more of a picture. When you say you're in a meeting, how many people? Is it just you and one other person? Multiple people?
There's 4 people in the meeting total.
Okay,
but it's our man.
Are they
it's
all
like
present, or is it like
all
conference?
the managers in our group? Yeah, so it's a very engaged meeting. And I basically looked down and saw that the clock said 10:15. So I was like, oh crap! Went and clicked the link, and I didn't have to reload it once, but I got in and actually got one, which has got to be. Like, I must be the only person on the planet that just, like, went there at the time and it worked the first time.
Yeah.
Because didn't you, like, and you weren't even, like, that big into it, but I'm sure you were there for a couple minutes reloading leading up to it, right?
I had it open on my phone and on my laptop, and I was refreshing both, and it took me, I didn't get in until, like, 10:16 or 11:16 or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how mine was, too. But so now we have.
So
to
I
take
would
bets.
assume that it gets flooded right away, and a lot of people just get kicked out. And then as people kind of give up or it takes longer to refresh, then you probably just got in right at the right time.
It was smart how they did it this year. I don't know if I'm trying to remember if that's how they did it before, but like you had to fill out this page with just. I guess it was your email and your address, but then the next page was the payment page. So in the past, you had to, like, at least the first year I did it. You had to fill out everything and then submit it, and it was like, well, hopefully it'll go through,
Yeah, I feel like once you get to that first page, then you're pretty much set.
I don't get why, like, they know what kind of traffic to expect at this point.
Yeah,
and so
it was not
seems...
bad this year. Last year, it shut down, and they had to give a new time for it.
Yeah, that's right. That was a total mess.
They're like, oh, actually, we're going to do it now instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. This year it was
pretty jacked
up.
up.
I mean, by 5, I think by 9, like before 9:20, I had already paid.
So here's my prediction. I think one of us is going to get something that is like obviously worth more than $40.
I think
like a set of in-ears or something like that.
That would be cool.
That's my.
I haven't even looked at the list.
Why do you think that?
I didn't know there was a list, but somebody got in-ears, like Steve Rao or someone.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
One of the dudes in Six Cycle Hum won like a guitar last year or the year before.
Oh yeah, it was Michael Freer, maybe.
Yeah. It was like a hand-built guitar from some random company. It was not like anything I'd ever heard of.
Advertising dollars to send that out.
Right.
Were you asking Phil?
He said, "Why do you predict that?"
Oh, just
Yeah, why?
because I'm trying to be more positive in my life, you know.
There's
trying
not
to
a
say-
list. There is a list of sponsors. It doesn't say what they sent, and then there's
so you
also
could,
like a
like-
video that shows it.
But it seems like in the past there's been like a decent number of sort of good, you know, something that's worth like $75 or $100. You know,
There's a ton of pedals, a couple different amplifiers. There's like a handful of guitars.
what was the heavy thing that still sucked?
The heavy thing that still sucked.
Because a bunch of people were getting these packages that were like 4 or 5 pounds, and they felt really heavy. But it was
Mine came with like a stupid 6-foot Ibanez cable.
that's useful
So
for when you want to stand right next to your amp.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a bottle of like cleaner or something.
Oh,
Maybe
that's funny.
I got that freaking who's not Joe Bonamassa. Who was it? It was like an Yngwie Malmsteen or something calendar.
No, it was. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Who was the one that like everyone got something from this one guitarist? was like-
I think it was the same one, but it was. I'm
It
trying to
wasn't
think of who
him
it was.
either.
Oh, it was. Oh crap! I'll have to go find it, but it was pretty great.
It was like
It was one of those types of guys.
Steve Lukather or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those dudes.
Or like, yeah.
I really hope I win a Jackson Audio pedal. Not really. I mean, I kind of do. I mean, I would take it. Like, I'd be down.
I take any free pedal. Guys, if you're listening
I
out
mean,
there,
it's not technically free.
send me some free pedals. I'd take any $40 pedal. As long as it was worth like $60.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like a used DS1 for $40.
Yeah, dude.
You would?
No. But I remember when I was first getting into flipping, it's kind of like if you can find anything that's like well below half retail price, you know,
Yeah,
then you're gonna be good and you'll be able to flip
that's probably
it.
good.
So-
Right.
and I went on KSL, like the Craigslist, and there was this DS1 for $25, and I was like, holy crap. So I met the guy like the next morning. I was like, oh, I want to come get, met him in the Guitar Center parking lot the next morning. And I could tell at the time he was like, yeah, it was one of those things where I thought I was getting like too good of a deal, so I didn't want to talk about it, And he was like, yeah, these pedals just aren't worth what they used to be. And I was thinking, man, $25 for a DS1. I'm taking this guy to the cleaners. What a fool. I probably sold it
You're
for
like-
like $15 or something.
What a fool.
Yeah. Actually, that might have been one of the ones that you sent
Maybe
to
I
me
sold
for
it.
for the
Oh. At one point I had 3 DS1s. No, because the one that you had was like modded, right? Because it was all low gain.
Oh, that's true. It was modded.
Yeah, and that one I bought that way. So, but yeah, at one point I had 3 DS1s.
Ooh, there's a Helix HX
Stomp
FX
for $500
on there.
bucks?
No, it's HX FX
Where?
and the Premier guitar.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, and there's a head. I'm watching.
Boring.
There's a head rush pedal
Akai.
board, the gig board.
Yeah. Oh, not the Akai. Yeah, those things. I don't know. It was funny when I was at NAMM talking to Eric. Like you could tell he just had
Bunch
like
of
this
strings.
deep disdain for head rush.
They're massive though. Even the gig board is really big, especially
Yeah.
compared to the.
And it's kind of funny because every
Stomp.
time they put out something, Line 6 puts out the next thing that kind of squashes it,
Right. Yeah,
Like they put out the
gotcha.
Helix LT at the same time,
that the
or
head rush
really
came
soon
out,
after, or they announced it at least. And so the head rush, it was like going to be this big thing because it was in the $1,000 range too.
Well, yeah, that was the big thing. Was the price was cheaper than the Helix.
But then the LT was basically, but it was like, yeah, but we don't have all the cool things that the Helix has. And it's like, yeah, neither does this one. And it's cheaper too.
That's the selling point. Hey, we don't have all that cool stuff, so
Yeah.
buy ours.
Like the
instead.
scribble strips. It's capacitive buttons.
The scribble strips are pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm way excited. I know the Stomp doesn't have them, but I'm really excited for the Stomp. one came up on Reverb today for $500, and I was like,
Well, there's a G90.
this is how little faith I have in Guitar Pro Audio Star.
Is it like a mustard seed at least?
It's like, yeah, but I need to allow it to grow.
It's just less of that.
But I was considering just canceling my order and just buying the one on Reverb for $500.
Oh, really?
But I
Just
did.
to get it.
I'm
faster.
still really.
It's gone now, so someone must have bought it.
I'm still really hung up on 75% of my paycheck.
Are you?
He's a high school kid.
2/3.
I mean, I get it.
Oh,
Like,
2/3.
but just, I mean, I'm just saying, like, hearing the phrase 75% of my paycheck.
2/3.
Did he say 2/3?
You're like, the
Yes.
only thing you're supposed to spend 75% of your paycheck on is rent.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But like, when I was his age, I'm trying to remember what that would have been.
Yeah, but when you were his age, you could buy like a can of soda for a nickel and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
You go down to the soda shop and get some penny candy and stuff.
That's true. Touche, sir. But for real, 2/3 of your paycheck when you were 18 years old. What?
See,
Yeah, I guess I did. I probably spent 2/3 of my paycheck on like a concert ticket.
oh yeah,
When I was 18.
I spent like almost all of my paychecks except gas money on CDs when I worked at the record store.
I'm talking about like one thing.
Did you guys know I worked at a record store?
We did.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool. I had bleached hair.
Really?
Like Eminem.
And I had a big Weezer sticker on my car,
Ooh, that's cool.
like this huge one that covered my back window, you know, just the big W.
And
with the
then
wings
did
on
people
it.
say, "Hey, are you a fan of Wonder Woman?" And you were like, "What? No."
Oh,
Weezer."
did I tell this story? So I had like no, I've done the exact opposite. This lady at our Halloween, like our neighborhood Halloween party, was wearing Wonder Woman earrings, and I was like, "Oh, sweet Weezer earrings," and she's like, "Yeah, that's Wonder Woman." And I was like, "Screw you then."
It's Wonder Woman.
So I
Guys,
wrecked.
really quick. There's a guitar in the perimeter stocking that is from a company called Vintage Guitars.
That's a great name.
How dumb is that name?
That's a great
Okay,
name.
first of all,
It's a
is
terrible name.
Is
It's
it
like naming your band Bare Naked Ladies.
No, it's like naming your
no.
band. I don't
It's
even
like
know. Rock and
naming
roll.
your band 50s doo-wop or something because
Yeah.
it's not a vintage guitar. Like
Exactly.
if it's
Why
a
would you name
store,
it
I could
50s
see
doo-wop?
I could see a store being named Vintage Guitar, but like if it's a company that's making and selling guitars,
It's like
That's not
Telecaster and it's like copies of guitars.
Right, and then they can say genuine vintage guitar. Right?
dude, yeah, it's like some freaking loophole.
Genuine. Yeah, but it's not genuine. It's genuine, like
Like the rapper.
Like the singer.
the singer. Yeah,
Sorry,
Genuine
the
is
singer. Isn't he
genuine.
a rapper?
he was an
He's a hip
R&B
hop
singer.
He's a hip hop artist. Yeah,
R&B.
R&B.
jazz musician.
The reason,
Dude.
but it's cool because there's a double cut like Les Paul Jr. in there, which I want.
I don't like. I know people like.
But it's
I don't
fake.
like double cut juniors as much as single cut.
It's grown on me. I used to not, and now I think I like them more.
Jay, I remember this is showing what a big guitar nerd I am. There's this old episode like 4 years ago where he went to the States to visit his girlfriend, and
Came to the
he went
States.
to
Isn't that like
well, it was like Florida, so I don't consider that in the same country that I'm in currently.
She's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but they went down to Florida.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I think it actually was in Pennsylvania. But at any rate,
Same thing. It's the Pennsylvania of the South. That's what
Yes,
they
the
say.
tri-state area, Florida, Pennsylvania, and Oklahoma. And he was saying like, oh, there was a shop that had this vintage double cut junior, and it's my dream guitar, and blah blah blah. And I was like, man, I don't really. It always looks weird to me, partially because the neck, like the whole like heel and where the neck connects and everything looks so flimsy, and like the
What?
neck's just gonna snap off.
What?
It's
a set
kind
neck,
of the
though.
same way with an SG.
What?
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 Well, you think
What?
it's crazy that I think there's like structural issues with a Gibson guitar?
I do see what you're saying with the SG. Like I have kind of always thought that it looks like it's like because
And part of it's
I don't
because the
know.
fretboard ends like right where the body
yeah,
is.
that's the thing. It's like it looks like the neck is just attached
Like they
to the
didn't
body.
plan
and
it
not,
out at all.
It's really weird.
But
You have
part of
full
it's just because I
access.
love the look of single cut Les Paul Juniors or specials, you know.
Mm.
It's just how I roll.
The single cut. I think I like the single cut. It depends on the color for me. I like them both, but I do like the double cut. And I used to hate the double cut, but it's grown on me recently.
Do any of us own a Gibson guitar right now?
No.
No,
If you could have had one Gibson guitar,
I have an
what would it be?
Epiphone, but I don't have.
That's
a
not what I
Gibson.
asked.
I know. That's why I said it
Like,
with
I have a
in
Fender.
in that voice.
If you could have one Gibson guitar,
Mm-hmm.
No, that's
Just
the
what would it-
question.
what would it be like? If you could
No,
have
Aaron, answer the question. If you could have one Gibson guitar,
if you could have one, wouldn't that be awesome?
If you could
Yes or no?
have one Gibson guitar,
Oh, if you
if
would
you could
have
if you
one
would,
Gibson guitar.
if you would have one. If I could, I would have like a. Are we talking like production or vintage?
Either way, like we're talking dream scenario, I guess. So yeah, like some kind of vintage thing.
I'd probably have like a 50s Junior with P90s or P90.
P90X. Feel like some
Maybe
vintage
a special.
P90X.
Special maybe. No,
How about you,
Junior.
Phil? Do you even want a Gibson?
I don't.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait. You know what? Okay. I would be pretty into one of those hollow body
A
F-hole
swinger.
things.
You'd want a swinger.
What?
What? Never mind.
Hollow body F-hole things with a P90 or a I don't know.
Like an ES 335.
Like a full hollow body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean-
yeah, I can see that. It's a popular choice.
It's like they look very old, but I don't necessarily.
They look very old. I just didn't know if you meant like full hollow or like semi-hollow.
I'm talking about the ones that look that they're essentially they're an acoustic guitar, but they have F holes instead of.
Oh, you're talking like an
A
L6.
traditional.
Like the big arch top
With
ones.
the ones that
Yes,
have like
arch
the wooden
top, yes.
bridge. And they're insanely expensive.
Probably.
Oh no, not L6. What am I thinking of? Crap.
L7.
Weenie.
I'm not going to pretend to know.
G6? Is it a G6?
No, there's
Like
like
a
some.
G6,
It's like a current.
G6.
It's a current or like a recent production model that retails for like $8,000 or something insane.
Ooh,
Really?
Oh, L5 I think is what I was thinking of.
Oh.
Yeah, so like here's one used on Reverb for $7,000.
Yeah, I have no interest in owning.
And yeah, they're
in
big.
having
They're
that.
like super deep. Yeah, they're basically an acoustic guitar. They have like the bridge that looks like it, like it belongs on a banjo or something.
But are you
like that,
talking about the one
Yeah.
with the pickup?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
an L5 has pickups. It looks like a 335 from the front. It's probably bigger, like profile wise, but it's also way deeper.
Because there's also the ES 150. That's like has the F holes and has the pickup just in like the neck position.
Oh, then I want that one.
Just in the neck, yeah, that's like the ultimate
Yeah,
jazz guitar.
yeah, it is. It's like
That's like if you don't want any, like any
like
treble.
Django Reinhardt.
Yeah.
All about the bass.
If you just want it to be super Django-y, Just like a telly, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What would
I don't
you
know.
choose?
I should have thought of an answer when I asked it. It's like I had an answer already in my head, but I didn't really. Probably, I'd like.
You would have
small,
a white Les Paul custom,
Yeah, probably.
double
Realistically.
bound, gold hardware.
Some like old, or like an ES339. I like. My friend has one of those, and I played it and really liked it.
What's the difference between that and the 335? Is it smaller?
It's smaller, yeah. That's part. It became pretty popular because it's kind of halfway between a 335 and a Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not classy enough to play guitar like that. I don't think.
That's true. I believe
You
that.
didn't have to. You didn't have
I would
to agree with it.
You're too rock and roll. You're just way too rock and roll.
I am pretty rock and roll.
That's it.
That's-
Hard rock and roll. That's the beating.
Oh, I met Pat Chen. I've met him before, but he came to my brother's house for dinner, which is weird. But
It
he
sounds
had
like a weird dream. Okay, so I'm there. I'm at my brother's house.
I look
and
down,
Pat Chen's there.
no pants on.
Pat Chen.
And I try to walk,
Abraham
and it's
Lincoln.
like I'm walking in molasses. Can't walk fast. My teeth are falling out. And he has, is it an Oceana Marquis? Is that what the hollow body
Yes.
Roni is?
Yes.
Jeez, that thing's freaking ridiculous. His is like a black sparkle on the top and then natural on the back and sides.
Yup.
Is it dark?
Yeah,
Dark
it's
natural?
not as on the back. Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's darker than my Oceana. It's like it might be mahogany.
It's
or something like
gorge.
that.
Mm.
But it played really nice.
He brought it over.
Yeah, just so I could play it. He's like he wants me to get another Roni so bad. And it
I know.
originally started with him just like egging me on, and now it's like no, he genuinely.
Which is funny. Why? But he keeps posting like when another one goes on for sale, like, and then he posts it in the
And
group
it's
and
like-
tags you.
It's like most people own 0, and I own 2 already. Like I think he wants me to buy that pink sparkle one, which I don't blame him. I want to buy it too, but I don't have enough money to do such things.
Mm-hmm. Would it be 2/3 of your paycheck?
75%.
75% of 2/3 of your paycheck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
Oh,
It's only
dude.
like $3,000, so it'd be like 10% of my paycheck.
Yeah.
Speaking of guitars,
Let me.
this episode is brought to you by the Gabriel Tenorio String Company.
Okay.
Strings for guitars.
Strang. Get those strangs.
Sorry, Phil. I didn't mean to interrupt your flow of
No,
your
that-
story.
It's
That's
fine.
actually Gabrielle's new tagline. Get
I'm
those
gonna-
strangs.
I'm keeping track of every time you do that to me, though, by the way, just so you know.
Do what?
Derail things I'm talking about to talk about something completely different.
Oh, really? Did I derail you?
Yeah, because you get bored and you just decide to.
Oh, really? Did I
Change the whole
derail
thing.
you? That's what you should have done, Phil.
Mr. I'm bored. I don't like what you're talking about, so I'm going to change it and talk about what I want to talk about.
Really? And I do that, and you do not do that? Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah.
Guys,
No,
we're
so
in the middle
You're
of an
keeping track
episode.
of me doing it.
I'm not going to keep track of myself doing it.
Well, you know what? It just so happens that I've been keeping track of both of us, and you do it 83% more than I do it to you in the last 100
Whoa.
episodes.
That's almost 2/3.
75%.
Okay, so Craigslist. My Craigslist right now. 1960s Echo hollow body made in Italy for trade,
No,
but then
you
he
do
says
not want that.
$400.
No.
I don't want it, but it's just interesting that it's the same style of guitar I was saying of the Gibson that I wanted.
And
This
it's
thing
all
looks-
vintagey.
This thing looks pretty junky though.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, really? And why? I wonder why they're selling it for $400 then. That's
But
shocking.
it is the thing. It's exactly what you said. There's a pickup that's like way up on the neck,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you want to know how good those guitars are, just imagine like buying like $150 guitar today, like not even a Squire, like a Yamaha Pacifica lowest edition, and then imagine
no,
what that
not even
guitar,
that. Like some like freaking store brand.
yeah,
Like some Macy's store brand or something.
Okay, what's the one? The first act. You get a first act, and imagine what that guitar is going to be like in 50 or 60 years. That's what those guitars are like.
Yeah. Because that's the thing is like people assume that because it's old it was nice, and it's like no, Gibson was like a premium guitar back then, and then there was also crappy guitars just like there is now. Like just because it's old.
But it has survived so long.
It has survived.
Maybe like,
but some of those first acts will also survive.
How?
Isn't it
What do you
sad
mean how?
that first?
Because someone's just going to have it in a closet for like 40 years.
Has this ever happened to you where you see a first act online and you're like, oh man, that thing looks dope. I wonder what that is.
No. Yes.
Like that body style is freaking cool, and it's like bright purple or whatever.
Yes.
Like it's kind of sad that like first act comes up with these really cool, like new and unique body styles, and then they suck also, you know.
Yes.
It's pretty sad.
Like I wish like a boutique builder would do a first act ripoff.
Dude. Samesies.
Right? Kevin, Equits, get on that.
Actually, that's a really funny idea. Like, it would take real
the
balls.
reverse.
Don't you think? It would take real balls to do that. Like, this is a $3,000 guitar designed to look like a $150 guitar.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or do like a super boutique version of... What's another body style that you just look at and think it looks cheap? Like probably a lot of Dean body styles.
Yeah, I feel like the Strat and the Les Paul are like the most copied body styles.
That's what I'm saying, because they're nice, but you want to go the other way. Are there?
I see what you're saying.
Are there? Because like none of the first act body styles are recognizable necessarily as being first act. They're just they just aren't recognizable at all. They just look kind of cool. Viewers, write in, call the tip line, tell us
and describe the body style.
Tell us some cheap
audio medium,
some cheap body styles that if you saw it, you would immediately think it was a cheap guitar.
Like it curves. It curves to the left, but then it drops down, but then it curves back in the other way.
And we need you to also include pictures with lines drawn on them to prove if it's an offset or not.
No pictures. You just need to ensure us that it is in fact an offset. Yes, because of the words you're using. What's that, Aaron?
What?
Huh? What? Oh, Aaron, we're doing the podcast.
What?
We're recording right now for the podcast.
What?
You're Slum.
Here's what I would choose.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Too busy blocking out the haters.
Oh, that's so good.
Guys, speaking of guitars,
go look that up.
I went to Guitar Center the other day, and I played finally the Charvel DK24 HSS in satin shell pink with caramelized maple neck. And it is marvelous. So good.
Tell us about it.
So it's...
Hey, speak on that, Aaron.
It's made by Charvel, and it's called the DK24, and it comes in satin
Does
shell
that stand
pink,
for Donkey Kong 24?
and it's HSS. So it's basically like a shredder guitar dressed up like a kind of vintagey looking thing. Not vintagey looking, but like classic, more classic.
But it's like surf greenish with like a roasted maple neck.
Well, it's shell pink.
Oh, okay.
Greenish.
Now I'm remembering.
It's kind of surf greenish, except that it's pink. They also have a gray one.
It's like the surf green version of red.
Yeah. Like if surf green was pink instead of green, it would, and a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
It would be like that.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. It says a 2-point like Strat style trem from, is it Goto? Goto?
Yeah.
Goto?
Yeah. Goto.
Goto. It's my Goto bridge. No big deal. My Goto. It's got a compound radius neck, which is crazy.
Dumb.
And compound radius neck, and it has like the hottest possible pickups in it. I don't even know.
Serious?
It has some crazy like Seymour or Duncan pickup in the bridge that's like you know the ones where
did you say Seymour O'Duncan? Is that like
Seymour Duncan?
Yeah.
Is that a new
Irish brand?
Irish Seymour
Come
O'Duncan.
down to Seymour O'Duncan's. That's
No,
my
but
Irish.
it's
Guys,
one
can you
that's
cut that
like-
out? Can I have a second to get into my Irish? I can't just
So-
do
Yeah.
it like that.
You know how like so most pickups have like poles, right?
Yeah.
In them?
And this has like screws.
No, it's not even screws. They're like hollow.
Oh yeah, totally.
Hello.
Like
They're
that's
like
a-
rivets,
Yeah.
Yes,
I have an
they're
like
Ibanez,
tubes.
Like the Ibanez Super Distortion pickup is like that.
Yeah.
I have one of those, and yeah, that's what.
This
Just
one
looking at that,
is-
you know that like, oh, this is going to be some crazy output.
Yeah. It's crazy. And then it has like two hot single coils in the middle and neck. But it has a really interesting like switching configuration too with the 5-way switch.
How so? Because it's a HSS, right?
Yeah, so you can never use the bridge or the middle pickup on its own. So what it is in the first position it's the bridge humbucker. Second position is I'm gonna get this wrong. Second position is the bridge humbucker split.
Yeah.
So it's like a single coil. In the middle position, it's the bridge side of the bridge pickup with the middle pickup, or no, the opposite. So it's the inside coil with the middle pickup, and then fourth position, it's the outside coil of the humbucker with the neck pickup.
What?
So that's like a telly style sound almost. And then
And the fifth, just
and then the
neck
fifth
by
position
itself.
is neck only.
Weird.
It's not
Yeah, it's
bad.
crazy. It's cool though.
Because I think it is a pretty unusual, like to use the middle, like I don't know. I think for a lot of Strat players, the middle pickup is basically just there to get the combined sounds, anyways.
Yeah,
I
although
don't
with
think
that
a lot
the
of
new
people play on the middle by itself.
what's that dude? Oh, it's called the full shred pickup, is what it is. It's 14 measures 14.1K in the bridge.
So before anyone writes in, I said Ibanez Super Distortion. What I meant was DiMarzio Super Distortion. So
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah,
Same,
idiots.
morons.
I know you guys knew that.
Oh, the
and you
Albert
guys were
Hammond
just
Strat.
angry.
The Albert Hammond Strat is wired differently because apparently he uses the middle position most. So he has his middle and bridge pickups wired backwards.
Oh,
So when the
what?
selector is to the bridge, like all the way down in first position, it's the
Oh,
middle
just because
pickup.
it's easier to jump to that position.
Yeah, and then when it's in the middle, that's bridge only. So it's just like those two are reversed,
Yeah, that makes sense.
just on the selector,
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy.
that it like it's weird. It would mess you up.
Yeah, unless you're like used to it or you know what you're doing.
He's gonna mess
That's the
you
one
up.
downside of like the 4-position wiring on a telly is it makes it like it's just a little bit more of a pain to get to the neck by itself. Like in a telly, it's kind of nice to just be able to, you can just smack the pickup selector in one direction or the other, and you get one of the pickups by itself. You know?
Although in mine, I have the 5 position, and the neck is where you would think it would be, all the way up. But then the bridge on its own is in the middle. So to get the bridge pickup alone, you have to be in the center position, which is kind of weird
Interesting.
because it goes like.
I need to get one of those.
Am I? Yeah, so it goes like first position is series, second position is parallel out of phase, third position is bridge, fourth position is, and then the 3, 4, and 5 are like traditional 3-way switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's
I'm
really
gonna get one
cool.
of those. 'Cause
That's
I got
from
that
Sean
telly.
Arbo at Gun Street Wiring Shop, who also sponsored this show. He and I were chatting about doing some crazy stuff with my Epiphone Dot that I don't really play, and I think we have some wild plans coming up for that, so I'm excited.
That's cool.
I was talking to him, trying to figure out a way that we could do like, because I rarely use. So here's my idea is to have, instead of volume tone like, and the 3-way selector, I want to do each knob is volume, so individual volume controls with push pull pot for coil split, and then have the selector switch just be like 3 different tonal options. So that'll be like selecting the resistors or capacitors or whatever the heck they put on them.
Resistors.
The capacitors, right?
Phil, did you hear this idiot?
God.
I mean, if you're doing it on a switch, you'd need resistors too. I mean, the reason you don't have a resistor in a guitar normally is the pot is the resistor.
Yeah, Cole. Explain it to
I wonder
yourself.
if you could make that work. I'm sure you could. The only thing I'm thinking is like the middle. Oh, really, Aaron?
Yeah, you can.
Mr. I'm going to put a resistor in there. Mr. Resistor.
You said they need resistors. And
I think we got a new nickname for Aaron here.
Mr. Resistor.
Sister Resistor.
I wonder, because the middle position is just the 2 combined.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can make it work, but it's not as simple as just having 3 completely independent circuits.
No, I know. That's why I'm not doing it. Or so the other suggestion was maybe instead of having a switch, the like 3-way switch, we throw in a rotary switch, a rotary knob switch.
Yes.
A word? Like a
Gretsch kind of thing.
What does B.B. King call it? Tone?
Lucille. He calls it Lucille.
What's the name for it?
He calls it cocaine.
No.
Lucille tone. Let's see what I find here.
Teal tone?
Veritone.
Oh, Veritone.
Which is just a rotary knob with like 6 positions that all just have different,
Yeah, that's kind of what I want, but I only need like 3 of them.
I mean, let's be honest. You only need none, probably.
That's true. Even if it was just like tone circuit on and then like straight to output or volume only.
Yeah.
Like no load. That would be cool. Ooh. Anyway, so we're in talks. Oh, I'm so excited.
Wow.
I want to put some new pickups in that too. My goal is to get that thing like to where I love it because I like the way it feels comfortable, but I'm just never happy with the sound of it.
You've considered selling it multiple times, right?
I have. It's not like worth that much, so it's not really.
Yeah, that's a problem, especially to ship it.
Yeah. I would rather, and it was like a gift from my wife, so I probably won't ever sell it.
Whatever, dude. Screw that. Who cares?
I mean,
does she even remember?
I don't know.
Like, do wives? You just buy another guitar that looks kind of like it and tell her it's the same one. Wives don't understand.
Actually, wait a minute. Remember that time that you went out of your way? You got a really nice thing for her, a red.
I do remember that time.
iPod. What was it?
Yes, shuffle. So if I sell this guitar, I lose all of moral high ground.
So you're saying that you keep
it's
it?
Not
and
about,
then you...
It's not about hurting her feelings. It's he doesn't want to lose this. Yeah,
it's the only thing
that he has over her.
I mean, she doesn't even know what a guitar is. Women, right?
Jeez, like, I mean, I get 2 receipts. I get the one that like is real, and then I have him make me one that says what I told her I paid. Stupid. Am I right, guys? Seriously,
that's right. You are right.
Wait,
ridiculous.
But can she even read?
Wow, that is so sexist.
Yeah, Phil, it's too far.
No, sorry.
Wait, can your wife not read? Now I actually feel bad.
Wait, is that a thing? Is that real?
At some point in time, women couldn't read.
Yeah, like when they're babies.
Like
at one point in time, every woman on this planet could not read. Individually. Different times for each one.
Like genetically.
Oh, like when all humans.
Oh, you're saying like because Adam was so much more advanced than Eve?
Yes,
you're talking about?
Exactly.
Okay.
I think you're talking about like before written
the
language
rib,
existed.
the rib that Adam gave Eve.
Oh, that was the reading
Didn't
rib.
have it. It did not have the ability to read in it.
Non-reading rib.
No, no one could
So
read
he
until
could
after
read-
the flood because that's when the reading rainbow came.
No, Adam could read just fine. She was a complete and total moron.
Wow.
No ability to read.
I have no idea what's happening here. I
She
can't
was
tell
built
if we're
from just a
joking or
rib,
not
you guys.
anymore.
Come on.
You can't?
What do you
Can't tell if
expect?
we're joking?
No.
What do you expect? She was built from a rib. One rib?
Real.
Fine. You can't have all of one rib.
One
How about
rib.
just one rib? You can't
I'll
expect
give you
her to
some
be.
real.
Is it barbecue? Barbecue?
What are the
I'm done with my joke.
like
Barbecue sauce.
how I think it was probably only like 3 years ago that I realized that most of the ribs we eat are from pigs and not from cows.
Wait, what?
Like it's been
Well,
in
is
the
that real?
last. I mean,
I thought beef
like-
ribs was like the thing.
But when you go
no,
to a
like the
restaurant,
long.
they
Like
ask
if you go somewhere and get like the long, no, but like baby back ribs,
yes,
those are from a pig, aren't they?
yes,
I don't know.
Yeah.
yes, they are. When you go to like barbecue places, they ask you, do you want beef or baby back?
Wait, baby back just means pork?
No,
Yes.
baby back's like a certain part of the pork ribs because there's also bigger pork ribs.
Because you can also get spare ribs.
I love how like we've talked about a lot of things that we're not qualified to talk about, but this might be
And there's
One of the
probably somebody who's screaming at us.
So
I know.
any of
That's, like,
all you
way
women
into
out
it.
there,
you think they can figure out how to subscribe to a podcast?
wait, are we joking?
The
But what kind of rib is prime rib? That doesn't even have a bone in it.
no prime rib is beef.
That's a good question.
Short
It's like a
ribs?
Actually, that's a
baby.
good question, but I know the answer to that one.
They cook the cow like right when it comes out.
What? No.
It's just before it develops any bones. It's like a
Yeah.
cow fetus. It's just it's like a
Cartilage.
It's like 30% developed. They just cook the whole thing. And that's a prime rib.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a prime rib. No. Prime rib is the meat in between. There's a special spot of
What?
rib meat that it's right next to the bone. Prime rib.
It's cut
Do
from
you
the
know?
back of
Do
the
you
upper
know
rib
what you're talking
section.
about?
It usually comprises a total of 7 ribs. Oh, it does have ribs.
Yeah, they
Pigs?
just like cut them out. So you have the ribs, and then you have the prime rib meat. Isn't it weird that meat is just animals? It's just a part of an animal.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Like, think about that
Okay.
for a minute. Like
Okay.
birds, you just eat birds. They're just flying around, and then you just eat them.
Well, you want to do things to them before.
I don't. Not that kind of guy. But sure, fine. Even so.
All right, I'll give it a try.
It was like a living creature not that long ago. And then now you're just eating it. Which is not that, it's not that weird when you're like eating it like a steak or something, like, or even ribs where it's on the bone. But it's weird when it's like a hamburger and you're like, this used to be a cow. Right?
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I mean, it's not like weird in the sense that it's uncommon. It's weird in the sense that you don't really think about it that much.
So
I think about it every time.
you shed a single tear.
I think
Or the-
No, I hate cows. I'm glad.
A tear of joy. Single
Yeah.
tear of joy.
Cows are the worst.
I don't even eat meat. I just like to watch them get slaughtered.
Actually, like Michael Newman's cows, they have little haircuts on top. They have like little. They almost look like what Donald Trump's hair would look like when he was a kid. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's like a little blonde tuft of hair on top.
Okay,
Where are you going
easy.
with
He's
this?
our president. He's our
I'm
president.
saying Michael Newman's cows are racist. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't get
guys.
the connection.
I don't either.
Wait, is Trump racist?
I don't think he. In order to be racist, I think you actually have to believe something, and I don't.
Wait,
think
are
he
we
does.
joking right now? Are we still joking?
No.
I have a question for you guys. This is from friend of the show. This show is actually sponsored by Douglas King.
Oh, also Douglas King.
Douglas
Please
King.
join. Please download Marco Polo.
Dude, that would be great. So
Dude,
Doug,
he really should be on. Everyone in the street crew, we're having a great time on Marco Polo.
guys, Christmas is coming up.
Define
And
we.
We're gonna have some great stuff coming up
The
for
royal
Christmas, especially for our street crew members. So if you're not one, now's the time. Get on that Patreon. You'll also be privy to a new podcast that's coming out. Heretofore possibly called something about something.
Just what the world needs. Another podcast.
It's not just another podcast.
Oh,
I thought that isn't that the title? Not just
No.
another podcast. It's not terrible.
just what the world needs.
That's what it's called. Just what the world needs. Another
Right.
podcast.
Yes.
What the world
Anyway, now that my dreams have been dashed by,
is pod sweet cast.
can't even support me publicly.
So tell us about some of our other sponsors, Aaron.
No, I'm going to talk about Doug first.
Oh yeah.
So Doug King, friend of the show, enemy of Phil, recently asked me the question. Well, he said this show is like. He said it's like listening to the jock, the cheerleader, and the intellectual or something. And I said it's more like the nerd, the weirdo, and the burnout. So my question to you is, if you're watching The Breakfast Club, which member are you and which member are each of your co-hosts? Which member is each of your co-hosts? And go.
Okay.
So we have. What are our choices?
There's
We got the
there's
nerd.
5.
You
Actually,
can
I
also
guess if you're
add in
counting
the principal
The
and
janitor. Yeah.
The janitor. Phil's the janitor. The custodian. Sorry.
You
So
can
there's-
have
there's-
Emilio's dad. Also, if you want to be one of the parents, you can be Emilio's dad.
No, I'm the burnout's dad that put his cigar out on his
But
own.
he's not in the. He only exists off
Oh,
camera.
that's true. That's true. And he might not have done that.
Yeah,
It
I'm
could have been a
pretty sure
lie.
it's all an
That's
act.
true.
Innocent
could've
until
been a lie.
proved guilty. So there's the nerdy
It is.
guy.
It's a tough time to be an abusive dad right now.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. Is now. It's the war on abusive parents. It's really. So we have the nerdy girl too. Like Molly Ringwald's character.
Molly
She's
Ringwald
not
is
a
popular.
nerdy girl. She's the
princess.
she's the prom queen.
She's the homecoming queen. And the prom queen.
She could have been the prom queen.
She's the princess.
Okay, so here, the poster, the movie poster says a brain, a beauty, a jock, a rebel,
Okay.
and a recluse.
Okay.
The
The brain, the beauty,
I'm
the
the rebel.
jock. The bell, the ball.
ba
bone,
with the ba,
The boot.
the
and the
bang,
boot.
the bang, diggy,
The bell, the
diggy.
ball, the bone, the boot.
That's it.
Oh,
Throwback.
So you're the rebel, you say? With your blonde hair and your Utah mansion.
exactly. My white middle class upper middle. I like how I stop myself from saying upper middle class. Like I'm ashamed of it. Yeah. In the widest city in the country. Yep.
Is
I'm a
it really
rebel,
wide?
for sure?
Like
Yeah.
how wide is it? Like miles?
I worked at a record store. I was a rebel.
just like a strip?
I had hair that went over my ears, Aaron.
Ooh.
Whoa. Wow.
Not in
What are
the
we
mission
talking, like
you did.
30, 20, 30 years ago?
I mean, I think considering... Yeah, I probably have to be the nerd.
But you're not that smart, is the thing. There's a problem here.
How many degrees in physics do you have, Aaron?
Ooh,
0.
Snap.
Fool.
Yeah, you got degrees in English. Guess what? Everybody speaks English. It's freaking America.
I guess that
And
makes
if you
me
don't speak English,
the
get
beauty.
the heck out.
I'm
Wait,
not that cute,
are
but
we
I can
joking?
do that lipstick thing
With your bra.
that Molly Ringwald does. There's no bra.
I
involved.
probably have a better chance of being able to do that than any of the hosts.
There's no bra involved? Of course there's a bra involved.
There's
yeah,
so
she
not.
like rests it. She rests it on the bra.
She does not. You guys are misremembering.
Listen. I
You're
can't
completely
get into
misremembering.
any piece
I
of
can't
media
get into this with you
that I consumed
on this
until like the
podcast.
age of 16 that even tangentially was related to boobs. I remember. It's
You're
burned in my
wrong.
memory.
You're
It's
all wrong. You're
filed
both
away.
wrong.
We remember
guarantee
things
you.
how we want them to be sometimes.
Aaron, when was the last time you watched it?
Yesterday,
You liar.
Oh yeah, your weekly breakfast club viewing. Your
watch it every Sunday.
Sabbath day breakfast club.
I have a breakfast club
Yeah.
club.
Sunday brunch.
I have a breakfast club breakfast club.
Breakfast club. No, a breakfast club.
Yeah. My weekly breakfast club.
Let's
club
just
breakfast.
each say who the other host is. I think Aaron is the beauty queen, and Phil is the jock.
Phil doesn't even know what a sport is.
Phil. Oh, I'm Phil. I think a touchdown is in basketball. I think we really hurt his feelings that time.
No. I'm fine.
Who are we, Phil?
Well, the truth is, I'm going to say
You've never seen that movie.
I am Anthony Michael Hall with, like Aaron said, Anthony Michael Hall without the smarts.
No, Phil, you are definitely
All of the weirdness.
you are absolutely the principal. I can see
I'm
you
some
doing that horns thing to your students.
I'm some
You messed
combination
the
of
bull,
Anthony Michael
you get the
Hall and
horns.
Ali Sheedy.
No, I can see Phil doing the basketball. I'm going to try out for a scholarship.
Instead of doing my homework, like using dandruff to make snow on a drawing. Yeah, that's replace homework with dandruff
Job,
art.
your career. Oh,
Dandruff art.
Dandruff art.
Dandruff art.
She was actually one of my favorite actresses.
Dandruff art.
Dandruff art.
Dandruff. Dandruff.
Just don't mix up your dandruff with your pixie sticks.
Dandruff. How do you spell?
Oh, it
how
was
would you spell
Deandra. It was
dandruff?
Deandra Fart, I guess. Aaron, what do you think?
Realistically, none. All of us are some amalgamation of all of them. We're unique snowflakes.
Oh, that's a great non-answer.
Okay, Phil is Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
Yes.
Cole, you're Brad Pitt from Snatch. And I'm Brad Pitt from Ocean's 11.
Wait. Can I be
Sure, was
Brad
it
Pitt
eating?
from Legends of the Fall?
No.
Damn it.
Can I be Brad Pitt from Last of the Mohicans?
No, not in that movie.
Okay, you're Daniel Day-Lewis from Last of the Mohicans. Phil, you're Daniel Day-Lewis from My Left Foot. And I'm Daniel Day-Lewis from There Will Be Blood.
No, I want to be Lincoln. I'll be Lincoln. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do The Rock now. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay, you're The Rock from The Tooth Fairy.
Let's do The Rock now. I wish. Am I right, guys?
Cole, you're The Rock from WWE.
Obviously.
And I'm The Rock from
Because that's the news the most
Skyscraper.
ripped.
You're The Rock from which?
Skyscraper, is that what it's called? The new one.
With 1 foot?
What?
Rampage?
He has 1 foot.
It's not called Rampage.
No, Rampage was a different movie.
Yeah.
But
He has 1
Skyscraper,
foot in that movie?
he had 1 foot.
1 foot in the
What?
grave?
He has a fake foot in the movie.
So he has 3 feet.
I've heard that about him. Oh, no, wait. That's that he had 3 legs. So I'm talking to Ed Chu
3
right
feet,
now.
too.
Shout out, friend of the show, Ed Chu.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I don't
and
think he
told him-
listens, but go on.
I asked him if there's something. He listens when the environment is conducive to listening, like when he's
What does that even
in
mean?
his truck with the windows down,
And
With
driving
one,
80
with
miles
one
an hour.
earbud.
no speakers, and no muffler.
By the way,
And I-
that was not Ed Chu. Have I told you guys this?
What?
We keep making the joke that was Ed Chu that
No,
said
he always
that.
listens in his shop.
Uh-huh. Who
But
was it?
that was from one of those nut job reviews.
Yeah,
the
it's
guy
Ed
said
Chu's
that.
Review.
No.
Ed Chu wrote that review. That's why it's so brutal.
Ed Chu, brutal.
Ed Chu is putting out a new cologne. Did you know about that? Ed Chu Brute.
He told me I should tell the the Mitch Hedberg joke about 1-800. I really enjoy carpeting.
I don't know that one.
I can't do it justice.
Well,
That's the punchline.
Mm.
So that's all. Guys, this has been good. I feel like we got through most of the stuff we had on our outline.
I'm DeBella DeBall.
Mm-hmm.
We got through literally all the stuff we had on our outline in the last 2 minutes.
I think my goal is to have good episode titles on our document, and I feel like we've got some good ones.
Interesting.
I'm excited to see what they are.
Wait,
think
someone
we're-
changed one.
Are all three of us
Aaron-
doing 3 separate things on our computers?
Aaron,
right
why'd
now?
you change it?
I didn't change anything. Where are you yelling
Yes,
at
you
me?
did. You changed
I added
it.
punctuation.
No, it's better before. You added words.
I did not. I added one
You
word.
added a word You added a word.
It doesn't matter. I made it better. I punched it up.
I give you credit when you do. I don't know if this is better this time.
Yeah, because it's a breakfast club about the breakfast club, and they eat breakfast at the breakfast club. So it's a
Welcome
breakfast
to my
breakfast
weekly
club breakfast.
Okay, when you say it out loud, I guess you're right.
That's too many breakfasts.
No,
It's
he's
really
right.
not.
Listen,
Because one describes the club and the other one describes the meal that's being shared at the club.
right?
But that's redundant, though. Like, why would you have
It's all redundant.
a breakfast club?
Welcome to my breakfast club. Club breakfast. I don't know. Okay,
I think it
Aaron,
should be
he's-
my breakfast club breakfast. To be honest,
Guys, write in. Viewers at home.
welcome to my
Guys and
breakfast club
girls.
breakfast. But it's not as confusing as breakfast club breakfast.
That's the one I like the best. Welcome to my weekly breakfast club breakfast. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for tuning into my weekly breakfast club breakfast. See you next week at my breakfast
podcast.
club breakfast.
Thanks for
Welcome to my
breakfast.
weekly breakfast club breakfast.
Of course,
podcast.
before we go, we should say this podcast is also sponsored, sort of, by Sinasoid
kind of
Pro Audio Couture.
sponsored in
Anthony.
spirit.
Send the check.
A reminder.
Don't send a check. Send digital.
Get that
funds.
Skrilla.
Get it. Get her done.
Yep.
I have one thing to say.
What's that?
Buy Sinasoid cables. Christmas gifts. If you need stocking stuffers, buy them. If you have friends who play guitar, I guarantee you they don't have cables as nice as Sinasoid unless they have Sinasoid, in which case PF cable is exactly as nice as Sinasoid.
Also, you know how you always break your G string, or that special someone that plays guitar always breaks their G string. Just get them one G string from GT. What does he call it?
I'm not going to bail you out here. From GTS Co.
Yeah, GTS Co.
We're sponsored by Tiesco now?
No.
I
wish.
Tiesco. Yeah, by GTSco.
Oh, George Tiesco?
Gregory. Oh,
Goofus and Gallant Tiesco?
Also, if you're listening to
that's
this on
GG
Thursday,
Tiesco.
post in the group songs that I should do for my Christmas party at the coffee shop set this Saturday, 2 days from this release.
Did you say coffee shop or copy shop?
Copy shop. Went down at the Kinko's.
Yeah, you're doing a gig at FedEx.
Pulled out my guitar
Kinko's.
until they kicked me out.
I'm 20 feet away from the entrance at Kinko's. Legally.
Dude,
Legally
come check out my
20
band. Come check out my Screamo band at Alpha Graphics this weekend.
Check out.
Is that a local thing, or does Alpha Graphics exist other places?
I don't know. It sounds like every company that would want to have a graphics company would call themselves that.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Alpha Site Logistics.
Yeah, like nobody's called Beta Graphics. Like, come on.
Except those liberals. If you want your graphics done by some liberal snowflake, go to Beta
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Graphics.
Jeez. Fucking,
Good grief.
everyone gets a trophy at Beta Graphics.
If you want everything a little slanted to the left, go to Beta Graphics. If you want it done right, Alpha Graphics.
Hey.
That was pretty good.
Guys, welcome to December. We got a lot of stuff planned for you. Thanks for friendship.
Thanks for friendship.
Thanks for
Thanks for
friendship.
friendship.